like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this edition of a Funko podcast. I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
And in today's podcast, we got quite a bit of Funko Pops to talk about. Unfortunately, there won't be a What's the Hap segment yet again because of the fact that there's a lot of Pops to talk about today, including Day 4 of NYCC reveals, along with some non-convention Pops that were either announced during the days of convention reveals and throughout the week until, I think it's September 25th is the last day that we are talking about. A lot of the Pops that were announced this week specifically, including Clone Wars, the new Office Pops, and even as we're recording this on September 30th, the new Dumb and Dumber Pops officially got confirmed by Funko today. So those will be moved on to the podcast in 2 weeks because next week is our podcast featuring YouTuber filmmaker Mike as our special guest, which we can't wait for that podcast and we can't wait for you guys to listen to that podcast. But without further ado, let's kick off by talking about Day 4 reveals for NYCC. So kicking off, we got ourselves for the television lineup, Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother, which this is going to be shared to Amazon in the US, and it doesn't say that it's going to be shared to Amazon in Canada. Then for the movies lineup, we got ourselves a glow-in-the-dark Beetlejuice with the recently deceased handbook, in which this is going to be shared to GameStop in the US and EB Games here in Canada. Then for the retro toys lineup, specifically G.I. Joe, we got ourselves Beachhead, which this is going to be shared to Target in the US and Toys R Us here in Canada. Going back to the television lineup, we have Masters of the Universe Pops. More specifically, we have Ninjor and King Hiss, which those are going to be shared to Toy Tokyo in the US and Toys R Us here in Canada. And then, of course, we have the 10-inch Beastman, which that's going to be shared to GameStop in the US and EB Games here in Canada. Going to the more anime section of animation Pops, we got ourselves Mr. Compress from My Hero Academia, which this is going to be shared to both Canada and the US as Hot Topics. Hopefully I'm going to pronounce his name right, but I'm probably going to butcher it, is Kaguya Otsutsuki from Naruto, in which this is going to be shared to EB Games in Canada and GameStop in the US. We got ourselves from the Junji Ito collection from Crunchyroll. It is Junji Ito Sushi, probably botched that name too, and that's going to be shared to Hot Topic in both Canada and the US. And then the last reveal for New York Comic Con, not only for Day 4, but overall, we got ourselves a Pop and Tea bundle of a Flocked Ein from Cowboy Bebop, which this is going to be shared to GameStop in the US and EB Games here in Canada. So the Robin Sparkles Pop, oh, so amazing. I can't wait to get this Pop, and hopefully it does come to Amazon Canada, since I think the Star Wars Celebration Pops, which I think it was only one, it was that Yoda one, actually went on Amazon Canada. So I'm hoping maybe they're going to start putting Amazon exclusives over to the Canadian website also. Either way, I don't have a problem ordering this Pop from Amazon US because I've done it so many times with the other Comic-Con Pops, and I can't wait to get this one. I've mentioned on a past podcast where with the How I Met Your Mother Pops, I hope there's Pops of Robin Sparkles and a Barney Stinson with the rubber ducky tie, and now we got Robin Sparkles, which is awesome, and I can't wait to get this Pop. So hyped for it. The Beetlejuice Pop, I think this is all right. I know the only part that glows in the dark is the face, which will be a white face when you don't have a glow in the dark. And then when it glows in the dark, it's going to be the face and the hands, anything that's white pretty much, which is all right. I feel like for some reason we've had this Pop non-glow in the dark before, but I could be wrong because I don't really concentrate so much on the Beetlejuice lineup. Now we got Beachhead from G.I. Joe. This is all right. I kind of find it lackluster. Just for the fact of, like, not because of the character itself and G.I. Joe, but more of, like, for a Comic-Con Pop. Like, when I think of a Retro Toys Comic-Con Pop, I would like to see, like, maybe some sort of variant of, like, a Mr. Monopoly that hasn't been announced. That'd be really cool. Or even a Retro Toys Pop that we haven't even heard of yet, like, haven't even been announced from any of the other lineups. So, like, that would be really cool. But, like, the Masters of the Universe Pops, these are all right. I think we've seen the best of Masters of the Universe as terms to Pops already, so I kind of find these to be a little bit lackluster, but not that much, considering that we already have Beastman as a normal 4-inch Pop, I'm pretty sure, and they just made it a 10-inch for this Comic-Con. But I'm pretty sure we haven't had King Hiss before, and Ninjor. Have fun to anyone in the US that's wanting to get this Pop through Toy Tokyo, because most likely you have to get this through a bundle. Then we got ourselves Mr. Compress. It's an all right looking pop. It's giving me some Rorschach vibes with the face, which I kind of like. That's what I really like about this pop. I don't think it's better than Hero Killer Stain we got for NYCC last year, though. I thought that was a really sweet pop. And even, what's the other one? I think it's Dobby is the other one also. This is also, from what I heard, it's another villain, so that's really cool. And the overall outfit is really nice, but hopefully very soon I actually jump the gun and start watching My Hero Academia because I want to know about this character and like the background and everything. Then we got, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, the pop from Naruto. This is giving me some creepy vibes, honestly, and it's really great in detail. And I want to know kind of like the background story of like what's going on with the sleeve there with the face. I think that that looks really nice. So then we got the Junji Ito collection pop, which this is also giving me some creepy vibes, but once again, it's also creepy in a good way. And from what I've heard from people in the comments, that this is also kind of like a horror anime, so it's meant to be creepy. Kind of curious about the whole nails thing coming out of the mouth. He's got a hammer, and he's got what's supposed to be a doll, but they made it into a Funko Pop form, which is really nice. So I don't know if he's going to like smash the doll with the hammer. I'm wondering about the whole thing with the candles around its head, which is also really weird. Then you got the flocked Ein from Cowboy Bebop. This is all right. I mean, like it's a pop and tea bundle. We've seen Ein a bunch of times, but in like a little mini form with Ed. But now you got Ein as a separate pop and it's flocked. People are hyping because, oh my God, it's a flocked dog. But then like there are people out there who actually like the show and know about Ein and they're like, yeah, we got ourselves a flocked Ein pop, which I guess is all right.
So Robin Sparkles is awesome. Of course, we kind of had some leaks and rumors about this pop coming out, so we kind of expected it. I really love the character of Robin Sparkles, but I really wanted to see a Robin Schabotsky. But that being said, I'm still really glad that we have a Robin Sparkles pop now. The Beetlejuice, this is pretty cool. I like the aspect of the glow in the dark. You have like basically all of his skin color, which will glow in the dark. And I don't know, I think there's quite a bit of detail going into this pop. I don't know if we've seen a common one like you said, but this glow in the dark one is definitely pretty cool. The G.I. Joe pop, this is all right. I kind of agree with what you said. Like, I kind of wish we got something better for retro toys. I know that there's definitely a lot of things that I would like to see, and I don't really collect anything G.I. Joe. I mean, I do have a couple little G.I. Joe figures from way back in the day, but that's about it. So it's not one of those franchises that I'm like super into. The Masters of the Universe pops, these are pretty cool. Yeah, Toy Tokyo. It's definitely going to be tough for some people to get these. And I do like the 10-inch pop. I think that's going to look wicked. The Mr. Compress, you said his name is?
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. Yeah, it definitely does give off some Rorschach vibes, which is awesome because I'm a huge fan of Watchmen. This pop overall looks really good. There's definitely some cool details going in. Like that jacket itself, just for being one color with some buttons, actually looks really, really nice. The top hat is kind of cool too. I like how there's like that weird kind of feather thing on the hat. And yeah, I'm in the exact same boat as you where I've planned on watching My Hero Academia because we've been seeing all these cool characters like Hero Killer Stain, and I just haven't got around to it. I'm a busy guy, but I really do plan on getting to this show. The Naruto pop, this is awesome. I could definitely see people being super hyped for this. Naruto pops go insane. I know there's people who like just specifically collect Naruto pops and nothing else. And this pop looks really, really cool. That purple and yellow with the white looks so great. Like I've said before, I'm kind of a purple bias because it is my favorite color, but I think that those colors just go together so well and they really complement the color of the hair as well. So great character design, and this pop looks really, really cool as well. And yeah, I'm interested to see what is in that sleeve. Is it like some kind of spirit of a ghost, or is it just like the Cheshire Cat? Then the Junji Ito collection. This pop is pretty interesting as well. Yeah, like what's going on with the nails in the mouth, especially since there's a hammer. Maybe there's some kind of like interrogation kind of thing going on where like he'll like put nails in you or whatever, or maybe the doll itself is like a voodoo doll and he's putting nails into that voodoo doll. These are just speculations, obviously. I've never seen the show, but this pop does look all right. I like how you kind of have like the lines by the eyes, which kind of give it more of that anime feel, especially for the art style of the show. The Ein pop, this is really cool. I do like how it is a flock dog. Makes sense. And the shirt itself looks really, really nice. This is one of the best Funko shirts I've seen. It's just two colors on a nice black shirt. It gets to the point, and I'm sure there's a lot of hype around this because I know so many people love Cowboy Bebop.
All right, so now we're going to move on to some non-convention pops. The first three will actually be some non-convention pops that were announced during the days of convention pops, which kicking off, we got ourselves here a couple of Funko retailer store exclusive pops. We got ourselves Chef Goofy, and then we have ourselves Mothman from the Pop Myths lineup, which the Chef Goofy was a Funko, I think it's Hollywood exclusive, and then the Mothman was exclusive to Funko HQ, which those are available now. Then Box Lunch had announced their own Pop and Tea bundle of a glitter alien from Toy Story, in which this is available now at Box Lunch stores and Box Lunch's website. GameStop had announced their own exclusive Pop and Tea bundle of a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, in which that's available for pre-order now, and it's expected to release as early as October 2020. Then the Funko Shop had announced an exclusive drop of a purple Dumbo for the Disneyland 65th anniversary lineup, which it was available that day, but it sold out within minutes on the Funko Shop. Funko had announced a line of pops of Richard Simmons for, I think it's the Icons lineup, if I'm not mistaken, which there's three variants. You got Dancing Richard Simmons with a blue tank top, and you got a Target exclusive Richard Simmons with a red tank top. And these are expected to release as early as December 2020. Then we got a new set of retro toys pops. More specifically, the first ones we'll talk about is for the Transformers lineup of retro toys pops, which we already have the common pops of the already announced Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, but new pops that were added to this set. We got ourselves Defensor, Megatron, Soundwave, and then exclusive pops of a metallic Soundwave that will be exclusive to EB Games / GameStop, a metallic Optimus Prime, which will be exclusive to Amazon, and then we have Jetfire, which will be exclusive to the Funko Shop. Announced with the already announced Mrs. Potato Head and the Furby, it is the My Pet Monster, and all these retro toys pops are going to be released as early as January 2021. Toy Temple had announced their own exclusive pop of Yami Marik from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lineup, which that's available for pre-order now, and that's expected to release as early as November 2020. Funko had announced an Amazon exclusive Kevin Smith pop for the Pop Directors lineup, in which that's available for pre-order now, and that's expected to release as early as December 2020. Talking about these Chef Goofy and Mothman pops, these are all right. I don't know. I kind of find Mothman to be a little lackluster. I know I'm saying that word a lot on this podcast. Lackluster for the Myths lineup. I feel like we've definitely seen some better Myth pops, especially the Pegasus and Medusa. That's just a couple that I can think of off the top of my head. But the Goofy, though, pretty cool. I know I think this is still available at Funko Hollywood, like it didn't sell out. The Alien Pop and Tea bundle. Well, there's another Toy Story pop to add to my collection. So originally anticipated, and I actually watched a video last night about it, that this was supposed to be both glitter and glow in the dark, but I think it's just glitter now. But yet on the box that you get it in, it says that it's going to be a glow in the dark pop, which is a little weird. It's all right. We technically already had glitter when it came with the Diamond Collection, but I think the glitter that's going to be pulled off here isn't like as glittery as you would see when it comes to the Diamond Collection pop. It's more of, you kind of see the vinyl translucent head, but then you see some glitter speckles, which I think that's what they're going with when it comes to this pop. I also really love the shirt. I think the shirt is awesome, and I can't wait to get it eventually. It's going to be hard because Box Lunch, they do ship to Canada, but it's like 20 US and it's very expensive. And yeah, the pizza box, oh, so awesome. The Pop and Tea bundle for the Dragon Ball Z pop. This one's all right, and I kind of figured the only things that would glow in the dark are pretty much the eyes. The Dumbo pop. Now, originally on the Funko app, they listed this as pink, and I'm like, wait, this looks purple. And then later on, they changed on the Funko app. It's like, all right, it's purple. It's like, God, Funko, make up your damn minds. Is it pink or purple? I'm saying it's purple because this looks more purple. Richard Simmons, these three pops are all right. I don't know who Richard Simmons is. Yeah, I know. I see your facial reaction right there. Little uncultured swine over here. I feel like I've heard of him, but like maybe if I go search him on Google and I see more of like what he actually looks like rather than Funko Pop forms, like, that's Richard Simmons. I know people are hyping for the dancing ones. The Transformers pops, like I've mentioned about Bumblebee previously when we talked about these originally, the Bumblebee with the eyes, the way they are, looks a little weird. But then you look at these new pops, which look pretty cool. I think a lot of people weren't hyped for Megatron just because of the way that Megatron looks. But talking about these exclusive pops now, making them metallic, or at least 2 of them metallic, and then adding a new character for the exclusives, I guess it makes sense to be kind of in like a metallic form. I kind of find, though, while looking at the common Optimus Prime and then the exclusive Optimus Prime, that I like the common better because I feel like the blue is more vibrant. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are going to buy both the common and the exclusive. All these pops, they are pretty cool in their own ways, especially the Funko Shop exclusive. The My Pet Monster, don't really know much about My Pet Monster. I know MD probably does, so he'll probably elaborate more on this pop, but it's a very colorful pop, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to get this. Yami Marik, why wasn't this a Comic-Con exclusive? That's what I want to know. This pop is so amazing. Oh my God. Little story about this. MD and I were on our way to Hot Topic for the Funko Pop Hunt video you guys would have seen on Monday. And as we were on their way there, I pull up my Instagram and all I see is like a little top part of the box that shows like Yu-Gi-Oh with the number on it. And I'm like, oh, are we getting Wing Dragon Raw finally? You know, we didn't get it for New York Comic Con. They got to be announcing it now. And then when it was officially revealed, it ended up being Yami Marik. And it was like, damn, we didn't get Wing Dragon Raw, but it was almost like, wow, this is just as good or even better. Because if you guys listen to our Yu-Gi-Oh podcast that we did, basically my number one want in the Yu-Gi-Oh lineup is a Yami Marik. And they're actually making it, which is so amazing. The hair is awesome. I love how they made the eyes purple because the pupils on Yami Marik are purple. So it's cool that they did that. You got the Millennium Rod, the cards, the dual disc. Everything about this pop is awesome. I think what would have been a sweet added detail is if they made this glow in the dark, and then the part that glows in the dark is the third eye in the middle of his forehead, because that thing always glows whenever he's in duel. And that would have been sweet. Seeing this pop happening unexpectedly, not even rumored, is so amazing. So thank you, Funko, for making my dreams come true by making a Yami Marik pop, because I'm definitely copping up the money to get this pop. And then the Kevin Smith pop, there's not really much to say. It's cool. It does look like Kevin Smith, and it's cool that they're making a director version of him, because I know he's directed a couple of movies.
So the chef Goofy, if you guys couldn't have guessed, I love this pop. Goofy's awesome. Love his character, and now that he has this chef gear on, kind of think I need to cop this pop. The Mothman, this could have been so amazing. I love Mothman. Like, the myth of Mothman and all of his lore is so cool. And this pop is just so weird. Like, he kind of looks like a black version, not in a racist way. This pop is black, of Gossamer from Looney Tunes. It's just, his body design is so weird. I do like the wings. The wings are all right. But because of his head kind of being in pop form, and he kind of looks like an egg, rather than like if you go and look up what Mothman is supposed to look like, he does not look like this. I totally would have bought this if this was like an awesome Mothman pop. The Pop and Tea bundle, the box lunch with the alien. This t-shirt is awesome. I love how from the front it's such a clean shirt with just the Pizza Planet logo on it, and the back of the shirt has the claw with the machine, with the alien. Looks really, really cool. The pop itself, we don't really know what this is going to look like yet. Is it going to be glow in the dark? Is it just going to be glitter? Not sure, but hopefully it'll be both, because I think that'd be very, very interesting. And then you have the box, which is amazing. I love a lot of the boxes for these Pop and Tea combos, and this has got to be one of the best ones I've seen. Moving on to the Dragon Ball Z one now. The shirt is mediocre, in my opinion. The pop is pretty cool, and the box sucks. There's nothing really special about that box besides a little bit of lightning, like on the sides and tops of the box. The purple Dumbo, I like this. Can you guess why? It's because it's purple and not pink. Even though I do really like pink as well. It is one of my favorite colors, but purple all the way. Richard Simmons. Now, first thing I gotta say is Richard Simmons is like an exercise dancer from like the 80s. I can't believe you've probably seen like something of his before. Like, he like has like these videos of like classes, and he's doing the different like exercise dancing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's why he's dancing in that one. The Retro Toys Transformers, these are really cool. I'm really loving these Transformers pops. And I don't know, I think the Megatron's cool. I think it looks all right. The rest of them look good too, obviously. These are cool. I think I'm going to end up getting Optimus Prime and the Megatron. The Bumblebee, I don't know, but definitely the Optimus Prime and the Megatron. The My Pet Monster, this thing is wicked as well. Yes, I do know about this. I've never actually owned one, but I remember one year for my birthday, I believe, I gave away invitations for my birthday were My Pet Monster. So cool. I love this pop. There's a lot of detail going into it in regards to like the fur and like even the warts on the nose, and the teeth being multicolored is really, really cool as well. There's just a lot of colors on this pop, which is so great, and I do plan on getting this. Yami Marik. Oh my god, this is so cool. Like DK had said, yeah, we were on our way to go film that pop hunt video, and then we were like sitting beside each other, and he didn't even tell me about it. He sent us a picture in the group chat saying like, "Oh, you guys are about to pop in 3, 2, 1." And then I'm like waiting for my phone to load the photo, and it's not loading, so I like glanced over at his phone, and I saw the Yami Merrick, and I was like, "No way." This thing has so much detail. It's so awesome. I love the purple eyes, if you couldn't have guessed. And just, there's so much detail in this pop. It's honestly probably the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Pop made so far, which is wicked. Then we have the Kevin Smith pop. I know there's been quite a few Kevin Smith pops that have been put out by Funko, but I do believe that this one is my favorite.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the last set of Funko Pop announcements that were announced the last few weeks. Before we move on to, I don't even remember if I said this at the beginning of the intro, which I feel like I didn't. But anyways, we will end this podcast off by talking about our top 10 Funko Pops for the month of September 2020. Kicking off, Hot Topic had announced their own exclusive pops of a Diamond Collection Hades from Hercules, which also includes its 1-in-6 red chase, which this is available now to order from the Hot Topic website. Funko had announced a new wave of the Mandalorian pops, which this set we have the Child in Bag, the Mandalorian with the child flying, and then a Gamorrean fighter, which these are expected to release as early as November 2020. Then Hot Topic had announced a Yoko Kurama pop from Yu Yu Hakusho, and it's available for pre-order now and is expected to release as early as October 2020. Funko had confirmed some pops for the Sonic the Hedgehog 30th anniversary lineup, which this set we have two variants of classic Sonic the Hedgehog and Silver, which one of them obviously is just a regular version. And then we got exclusive pops, which will be a flocked Sonic the Hedgehog that will be exclusive to the Funko shop, and then a glow-in-the-dark Silver that will be exclusive to Hot Topic. And these are expected to be released as early as December 2020. Funko had confirmed the last pop, a part of the Avengers Assemble lineup, in which we have Captain America, in which this obviously will be exclusive to Amazon, like the other 5, and that this is expected to release as early as November 2020. GameStop had announced their own exclusive pop of Queen from Persona 5, in which I think that's available for pre-order now and is expected to release at some point this month. Hot Topic had confirmed their own exclusive pop of Papa Emeritus IV, in which this is available now. GameStop had announced their own exclusive pop of a Lightning Blade Kakashi from Naruto, in which this is actually a part of a Pop and Tea bundle, I think. Actually, no, it's a collector's box that also comes with ramen noodles, I think it is. So I don't know if it's actually ramen noodles specifically, or it's something inside of a case that is in the shape of ramen noodle bowl. That is available for pre-order now, and that's expected to release as early as October 2020. Then Funko confirmed on the Funko app of a Walmart exclusive Flocked Beast from the X-Men 20th anniversary lineup, in which that's available now at Walmart stores and is yet to release online as of this recording. And then, last but not least, confirmed on the Funko app, but then later announced this week by Funko themselves on social media, is 2 pops for the band Pet Shop Boys, I'm pretty sure it's called, which we have Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe, and these are expected to release as early as November 2020. So we got the Diamond Collection Hades pops, which... why? Like, we already had the Hades pops from, I think, 2 years ago, and now this is just a simple re-release, but making the hair and the attire Diamond Collection, which, like, I hate it, but I like it. The Mandalorian pops now, I think there's some good hype, but bad hype, because if I'm not mistaken, I feel by looking at these pops, they're giving us some spoilers for Season 2 coming out on October 30th. It's kind of cool to see the return of some Gamorrean guards, or in this case, it's Gamorrean fighters, which this looks really cool. And I am really loving this Mandalorian with the kind of jetpack and smoke base with the child. And then, woohoo, look at this, another child pop. I am not surprised, but I guess it's all right. This Yu Yu Hakusho pop, this looks all right. I kind of found it funny that, like, I noticed these are obviously rose petals, but someone pointed out in the comments when this was posted on Instagram that they kind of look like red blood cells, which they kind of do. When you look more closely, it looks more like blood cells rather than like rose petals. But this overall, people are hyping for it. The Sonic the Hedgehog pops, these do look really cool. Was I disappointed that we didn't get a Knuckles pop for this? A little bit, but it does give me hopes that because this is a huge 30th anniversary lineup, which does happen in 2021, that we get a Knuckles pop. But overall, these two pops, they look really cool. I do like the exclusives better than the commons, in my opinion, just because with Sonic, I love how the blue is with the flocked. It's this nice royal blue color, and I'm kind of curious just by the way that I almost said Knuckles, the way that Silver looks. I'm wondering if the white also glows in the dark. The Captain America, I think this is all right. I kind of don't like how it's just like standing there. It's not doing any pose because I feel like it was doing a pose since it's recreating the scene from the Avengers movie. Little known fact, actually, for those that might not know, if you guys had ordered the Black Widow pop, it actually came with another piece for this because if you guys would notice and you're putting together, there would have been a hole in the middle, but it actually comes with a piece that has the Avengers logo that you stick in the middle to connect all 6 together. I can't wait to see like reviews of putting all 6 of these pops together and then with that to see how that turns out. The Persona 5 pop, it's all right. I don't really know Persona 5, but I know some of the pops are really cool. There's one I think called Joker that looks really cool in my opinion. The Papa Emeritus or Emeritus, I think it might actually be the 4th. It's all right. I mean, we've already gotten 2 variants before. Yeah, it's not bad. I like the whole blue outfit and like the design with the hat. The Naruto Kakashi pop, this one's all right too. I'm not really going to go into too much detail with it, but I'm still curious about that whole ramen noodle situation. Flock Beast, really cool, makes sense. And then the Pet Shop Boys, which they're all right. That's all I'm going to say. I do like, I think it's Chris Lowe who has the keytar. I don't even remember a pop that has a keytar, so this may be the first pop that has a keytar.
So the glitter Hades, the Diamond Collection ones, I don't know how I feel about these. I mean, I loved these original pops. I thought they were great. My opinion is that the fire hair should be glittered and the body shouldn't be glittered. But because of that, I feel like there's not enough to even make it a Diamond Collection, so I don't think it should be Diamond Collection at all. It's kind of cool, I guess. If you missed out on the first ones and you don't want to pay secondary market prices, then this is alright, I suppose. The new Mandalorian pops. Oh man, the Mandalorian with the child pop there is so cool. It's pretty much like a deluxe pop, but you're going to be paying the normal pop price, which is so awesome, and I really, really do want that pop. Then you have the child in this little like tote bag, it kind of looks like. This is all right. I mean, it's another child pop, but for season 2 of The Mandalorian, we should expect more, especially considering the child will probably be doing some either really wicked and cool stuff or some really cute and funny stuff. So expect more Mando pops of the child. And then the Gamorrean fighter. I mean, this is really interesting. I love Gamorrean guards. They're one of my favorite characters from Star Wars in general. I love their character design, and I'm really interested to see how they play a factor in The Mandalorian. Now, looking at this Yu Yu Hakusho,
Yeah,
Hakushu?
that's pretty much right, I think.
Yeah, okay. When this pop first got announced, I was like, oh, what character from Inuyasha is this? Because of the ears on the top, but then I realized that it wasn't Inuyasha pops. And yeah, I totally agree that those do look like red blood cells. This is an alright pop. I guess it looks kind of cool. Now, oh man, more Sonic pops. This is so awesome. I really hope I can get my hands on that Funko Shop exclusive flocked Sonic because it's better. I love flocked pops and I want that pop. Now, I know for sure 100% I will be getting that Hot Topic exclusive glow-in-the-dark silver. The blue on the wrists, the hands, and the feet glows in the dark. And I believe the hair on the body and the hair on his head will glow in the dark as well, just because of the way they have this photo. This will be an awesome pop, I guarantee it. The Captain America, this is alright. I kind of really do like this Captain America pop. And I do think that this one's alright. I like how there's kind of like the fire on the base, which is a cool little touch. The Persona 5 pop, this is cool. I really like the pose. I like the detail in kind of like the studs on the outfit. Besides that, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on with this pop, but I do think it's pretty cool. Then you said this is Lightning Blade Kakashi?
Yeah, I think so.
This is cool. I don't know a whole lot about Naruto, but what I do know is about this guy, and I really do like his character. So this is sweet. I need to watch Naruto. It's something that I know I would love if I ended up watching it, so I just need to do it. Then the Flocked Beast. Oh, this is wicked. Why wasn't this flocked in the first place? Then the Papa Emeritus. This is wicked. I love this blue attire with kind of like the copper kind of outlining. Just so much detail on this, and I really, really want to get this one. Then the Pet Shop Boys. These are cool. I definitely have heard of them and listened to their music before. These are alright pops. I mean, nothing crazy, but they're cool, I suppose.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the main event of our segments. That is the top 10 Funko Pops of September 2020, which this month is just insane. It was very difficult to actually do this top 10 list this month. But obviously, without further ado, like usual for our top 10 list, we'll always begin with MD Shady and his number 10.
Starting at number 10, I have the Funko Shop. I believe it's Funko Shop. No, I think it's Hot Topic, actually. Spicy Oodles.
That's Hot Topic.
Okay, Hot Topic, yes. This pop is awesome. I like it better than the original Oodles, and now I have a chance to actually buy it for retail price, which is awesome, and it just looks so cool. It had to make my top 10 list.
My number 10 is also a Hot Topic exclusive on a technicality. It is New York Comic Con / Hot Topic shared exclusive, and that is Mr. Compress from, I almost said Watchmen, My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia. This pop looks really cool. There's a lot of hype going towards it, and it's at the bottom, though, because I don't have much of a personal reaction besides the whole Rorschach comment, but that's why it's at number 10.
All right, moving on to number 9. I have the Red Goblin. Reason being is because the Green Goblin is an awesome character. Carnage is an awesome character. And you kind of put them together and you get the Red Goblin. And this pop has so much detail. Just all the different ways that the colors flow together. And then Red Goblin's glider also looks really, really cool. It's almost a deluxe pop, but you get it for like retail price of a normal pop, which is really, really awesome.
All right, number 9 on my list. It is the New York Comic Con shared with Amazon exclusive Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother. So hyped. A lot of people are hyped. I have a decent personal reaction towards this pop. I'm definitely getting this. And for a human pop, it's pretty detailed, honestly.
All right, moving on to number 8, the Pop Town with Walt Disney of Cinderella's Castle. So awesome. Walt Disney himself deserves to have a pop. I mean, there's so many Disney pops. It's one of their biggest categories of pops, which is so cool. And I love this. The castle itself looks really, really nice as well. But really, the star of the show is the Walt Disney pop itself.
All right, number 8 on my list is the New York Comic Con shared with Hot Topic exclusive comic book guy from The Simpsons. Oh, this is a nice looking pop. And especially the hype going around it is insane, especially jokingly saying, this is the worst Funko Pop ever. So you know there's some hype towards comic book guy when you're basically mimicking him. And then the detail is really nice, especially with the comic book and the glove.
All right, number 7, the New York Comic Con movie moments from Up with Carl and Ellie where they're painting the fence. Such a great pop. There's so much detail. I mean, first of all, you get 2 pops, which is awesome. But I think really the best part of this pop is that base. There's so much detail where you have like some grass, you have some sidewalk, you have that fence, and it's just so cool. And I really do love this pop. And Up is obviously a great movie.
All right, number 7 on my list. It is the New York Comic Con shared with GameStop exclusive Kaguya Otsutsuki. Probably botched that name, but the pop from Naruto. It's surprising that this is higher than Robin Sparkles, but that's because there is a bunch of hype towards this, but also so much crazy amounts of detail involved with this pop. And that's kind of what also brought my personal reaction towards this pop is the amount of detail that's put on this.
All right, number 6, The Ordinary Man, Ozzy Osbourne. It's so awesome to see a new Ozzy pop. We've both been waiting for it for so long, and now we finally have one, and it gives us hope that we'll see more characters like Bark at the Moon and Blizzard of Oz and all these cool Ozzy albums where he just has so many different attires, and I can't wait to see stuff like that.
All right, number 6 on my top 10 list is the New York Comic Con shared with Hot Topic exclusive Red Goblin. So great. The amount of detail that's put in this pop, and there is just so much hype towards this. It was done very well. The glider's awesome. The colors that are used in here are just so great, and I can't wait to get this. I need to get this. Now, as I realize, as we get to the top 5, let's hit the music.
Can you dig it, sucker? Let's go, number 5, and that is Danny Phantom. This pop looks so awesome. I didn't even expect a Danny Phantom pop, and one of the best things about this pop is that it is another Nickelodeon pop, and this Danny Phantom pop just looks so awesome. He's in his ghost form, which is so dope. And hopefully we see a couple more pops from the Danny Phantom show because they would go along very nicely with this pop.
All right, number 5, it is the Carl and Ellie pop movie moments. That is New York Comic Con shared with Box Lunch. Like you said, the detail's amazing. The platform is awesome, and this is selling out. Like, this is going to sell out, and if we learned our lesson from the 2-pack from San Diego Comic Con, this will be worth a lot of money. Up is a great movie, and there's just so much hype.
All right, moving on to number 4, the Toy Temple, Yami, Marik. We just talked about this pop, and I'm down to talk about it again because the detail in this thing I can't get over it. There's so much detail. I love how they added the dual disc. They didn't have to do that, and they did that. And then the Millennium Rod. So cool. This is definitely one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Pops to date.
All right, number 4, the New York Comic Con shared with Target exclusive Danny Phantom. Personally, I never really watched the show as a kid, but I understand that there has been so much hype for so many years. People have been wanting Danny Phantom pops, and this is a really cool one. The detail is awesome because you got more of the ghost form of Danny Phantom rather than just like a human form, which is really cool, especially for a Comic-Con. I think my only reason why it probably didn't make the top 3 is that I felt this pop should have been glow-in-the-dark, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago.
All right, moving on to number 3. We're getting down to like some of the best pops, obviously, of the month. Would it really be an MD Shady top 10 list without an ad icon? No, not really. So here's the ad icon for my top 10 list. Captain Crook from the McDonald's ad icon lineup. This was such an unexpected pop. Like I've said, I really wanted to see Birdie, but seeing Captain Crook was just insane. Like, it was something I never even thought of. Captain Crook was one of those characters that kind of escaped my mind, and then seeing him in pop form was just like, boom, bringing back memories, and just so awesome. There's a lot of detail in this pop, especially for being an ad icon.
My number 3 is the Toy Temple exclusive Yami Marik. Oh, man. I basically think you took the words out of my mouth. So much detail with the Millennium Rod. They didn't have to have the dual disc, but they did. You got the third eye on the forehead, which I think is honestly the reason why I put it at number 3 and not like, let's say, number 1 in this case, because of me thinking that the third eye should glow in the dark, which it doesn't, but they made it white though. So at least it's kind of glowing in a sense.
My number 2 is the comic book guy. I mean, wow, this pop is great. I've been waiting for a comic book guy pop ever since the second wave, I guess you would call it, of Simpsons pops after those OG ones. And I'm so glad that we finally got it. There's a lot of detail on this pop, especially for being just a Simpsons pop where they don't have a lot of detail because that's what their character design is. But there is quite a bit of detail on this, especially regarding to the comic book in his hand of Bongo, and he has the glove on and he's putting it in the comic book sleeve. I just think it is one of the best Simpsons pops to date, and I love it.
So number 2 on my list, the Disney Parks exclusive Walt Disney with Sleeping Beauty Castle Pop Town. This pop looks sweet. So unexpected, just like Yami Marik, which is why it's so high up on the list. No one really predicted that we're going to get a Walt Disney pop, let alone Walt Disney with basically the castle that is part of the main logo of Walt Disney to go along with it. It is so awesome. A lot of people are going to buy this, and oh my God, it is such a great looking pop and just so much detail, so much hype involved with it, which is why it's at number 2.
All right, finally, we are at number 1, Mermaid Man from SpongeBob SquarePants. This pop is so amazing. There's so much detail. It looks just like the character. I love the pose that he has. I love the way the face looks. I love that they added a mouth to this pop. They didn't have to give him a mouth, but I mean, it really is kind of part of his look. So giving him that mouth just makes this pop that much better. This is honestly the best SpongeBob SquarePants pop that has been made.
All right. So my number one, the number one pop on my top 10 list, the New York Comic-Con shared with Entertainment Earth exclusive Barnacle Boy. This pop, oh my God, Barnacle Boy. I'm just kidding. It is also Mermaid Man. How do you not say no to Mermaid Man? Ugh, so amazing. MD basically took the words right out of my mouth. The detail involved is awesome. There's just so much hype involved with this pop. How could you not say that this is not the best pop? Had to be number one on my top 10 list. So good. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this week's podcast. If you enjoyed this week's podcast, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below on what your favorite pop was for the month of September 2020 was. Press that subscribe button for more content like this podcast and any other videos we do on this channel in the future. And press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at a Funko Popcast. It'll be listed in the description below.
But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and see you guys next week for our podcast featuring filmmaker Mike as our special guest. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Peace in, peace out.